4 years ago this month, 21 seconds that would change the lives of Haitians forever. A magnitude 7.0 earthquake hit an already fragile, impoverished country. 4 years later, billions of dollars in aid has brought progress. But it comes slowly in a country where many Haitians lack the most basic needs before disaster struck. 14 volunteers from Rochester General Hospital, InterVol, and Constellation Brands went to Haiti this past week to help with that progress. 13 WHAM went along, and as we found out, the problems are complex and staggering. On the road out of Port-au-Prince, Cité Soleil, one of the world's largest slums, bustles with activity. People are going places, but very few are going to work. Unemployment here is as high as 80%. People must go places to find the very basics, food and water. 30 miles away at our destination, an orphanage in Léogâne, the group from Rochester sees life up close. The kitchen is 2 pots over an open fire to feed 46 children. The laundry done by hand. Shelter is 3 shacks, 2 and 3 children to a bed. Life is so hand-to-mouth that some of the bunk beds built by local volunteers on the last trip had to be burned for firewood. The desperation from the pastor who leads the orphanage is clear.
My head is for the kids. And I think I cannot buy anything for the kids. And I use all to make the fire, to prepare for food for the kids. I cannot stay. I'm crying because I have not money.
For most Haitians, nothing comes to you, certainly not electricity or water. But if you want health care, at this orphanage, the only way to get it is if it comes to you. And that's where InterVol comes in. It works with similar groups across the country to coordinate medical care. Word of mouth, but it works.
It's very fragile. I would agree with it completely, but there's no alternative. Probably about 80% of Haitians don't have real access to health care, if you look at it. And those that live in the remote villages have little or none.
Okay, tip that. On this trip, Dr. Elizabeth Murray of Golisano Children's Hospital treated each child for pink eye and gave them fluoride treatments. In the ED, she typically sees 20 children a day. Here, she treated 46 in a morning.
Putting in those eye drops and all those kids at home, I think they would be losing their minds. You know, why are you touching me? I don't want to sit still. And these little children tipped their heads back, and some hurt them a little bit, but they knew that it was a good thing, and they wanted the medicine, they wanted to feel better, and they wanted the help. So this is for the ringworm.
Dr. Murray then taught the pastor how to continue with the treatments and left behind enough medicine donated by Strong Hospital and employees to get it done. That kind of sustainability is a centerpiece of what Dr. Ralph Panino and others are trying hard to achieve here.
Good-intentioned people come in, they do a building project, they do this, they do that, and it's great, but when they leave, what have they left behind? You need to leave something behind that people can take care of themselves.
A part of Rochester, now a part of this orphanage in Léogâne, Haiti. Something left behind, and volunteers who say they will be taking away something much more. And local efforts there are not over. The next plan is to help build a dining hall for that orphanage. And today we learned the Rotary Club in Léogâne, Haiti has agreed to set up education grants for the kids in the orphanage. Working with InterVol here, they plan to set up their website so people can donate to it. Another attempt to make a lasting, meaningful impact in Haiti.